concentrations based on the taste that you want. Okay. Now, this is our first health and wellness gift show of the year, and Andrew Lessman is our vitamin guru, our health and wellness expert, and he has motivated and inspired our customers to be as healthy as they possibly can. Since the day I got to HSN, I am now on a regular multivitamin formula because Andrew's is the first that I've ever taken that did not give me a stomachache, that I felt comfortable taking, whether I was able to have breakfast or not, no upset stomach, ultra high potency, and the perfect formulated multivitamin for everybody out there. This is, dare I say, the bread and butter of vitamins and supplements. This is your foundational way to get started towards a better life and more health. It is the most highly rated and reviewed customer pick product that we offer here at HSN. It is Andrew's #1 top selling product in his entire incredible assortment that's available on hsn.com. And for the first time here on Connected Life, Andrew Lessman is joining us to take part in our first health and wellness gift show. Andrew, good evening. Thank you so much for taking some time to call and talk to us and share your incredible products with us.
Oh, it's my pleasure. My pleasure. Hopefully I found a quiet spot. Muriel and I we're in Miami between shows, and we're at dinner, so I went outside, but it's breezy out.
Well, listen,
I'm trying to get out of the wind.
I'm glad that you found a chance to relax and unwind a little bit after a very big weekend here at HSN, but you sure did save something special for us. I gotta ask you, there's so many multivitamins out there in the industry. How did you go about building a better multivitamin?
Well, because that was my goal to start with. Like so many people, when I first decided to embark on creating vitamins, the first product I made was a multivitamin. That was back in 1979. And I was forced to do it because I couldn't tolerate the typical multivitamins on the market. They upset my stomach, literally because I was an athlete at the time. I'd be at the side of the track, kind of kneeling over, very uncomfortable because of what is a typical reaction to a multivitamin with all the additives in it. So we went about, I made the products myself at that time, and we went about making vitamins that delivered the nutrients without additives, without excipients, in an ultrafine powder that dissolves instantly. So your body is not battling, literally putting a rock in your belly to try and extract these healthy nutrients. That's no way to treat healthy nutrients, is to turn them into a rock, and then that's just going to turn your belly into knots, and you're going to feel horrible.
So in order to do it, though, you didn't actually have to pull out any of the necessary nutrients that the body needs and that other multivitamins have, right? You just changed the way it was formulated and its texture?
Well, what we did is we just took the actual nutrients that no one argues about what you need to be taking. There are different forms of each, and you want to choose the best forms possible. But what we just did is we didn't add anything else. When you're manufacturing vitamins, you get those nutrients delivered to you in an ultrafine powder. It's only because it's more convenient and economical for manufacturers that they turn them into these rocks and put those rocks in bottles. Those rocks are not comfortable in your stomach, and it's no wonder that the most common complaint about the typical multivitamin is it just makes people sick.
So this is obviously what other people are used to seeing, right? I mean, this is what we would shop for at a drugstore, or what we're being told we need, this multicolored mess versus what you offer?
Yeah, all the interesting artificial colors that they put in. Artificial colors deliver no nutritional benefit at all. And all they're doing is treating us like children when they add those artificial colors. We just want the vitamins and minerals that are necessary to satisfy why our doctor told us we should be taking a daily multivitamin mineral. Our doctor didn't tell us to take it because it needs to be green or blue or orange or yellow. Our doctor took it because those vitamins and minerals are not readily available from our diet, and we need them for good health.
And you know, Andrew, I think it's incredibly exceptional to say after years of being here at HSN that there are thousands of rave reviews about a basic essential vitamin that we've all told we needed. Most of us, we simply complain, I know I'm supposed to take it, but man, oh man, is it frustrating. Customer after customer, I'm gonna just humble brag for you for a moment or two here, if I may. With over 2,600 five-star reviews on your Essential1, the basic foundation, just take a look at some of them here, and they're all personal love notes, if I may say so myself. myself, the best multivitamins on the planet. I love Essential1 with D3. Many multivitamins upset my stomach, or horse pills, which I cannot swallow. These are the perfect size and have an incredibly high level of potency per pill. I love listening to Andrew as he is so knowledgeable on vitamins and nutrition. I say this as a chemist that works for the largest vitamin manufacturer in the world, who supply manufacturers like Andrew. So I would know. That is, wow, that's pretty impressive right there. I mean, I don't know that we have enough time to read. Just look at these love letters to Andrew for these products, all telling their personal stories. We're so limited here, Andrew, but I know you just did a big weekend special with us, and we didn't actually get a chance to offer Essential1, so nobody has seen on air your anniversary pricing, and this is really quite a gift to our customer that all needs to start with this.
If you look at back at the original Today's Special for Essential1, the pricing you're looking at today was the original pricing on the first Today's Special for Essential1 almost 20 years ago. So it's interesting. So that's what our anniversary pricing is, and there won't be a Today's Special for Essential1. We're not sure when, but it'll be sometime later in 2018. So there's not one right around the corner.
So here is your chance for this year to get that great savings. It's the 30 capsule starter is $5 off. The 60 capsule is $8 off. Your 180 capsule bottle is $20 off. And then, of course, Andrew's going to offer the largest savings on arguably your 1 year supply. That's normally $149.90. And today is part of the anniversary special that's been going on here at HSN. It's available at $109.90. That's a savings of $40. And, you know, Andrew, we talked about this earlier. I did my personal restocking, and I feel a healthier person while I'm combating young children colds that are coming into my home, while I'm dealing with hours all over the place here at HSN. And this really feels like the first and best line of defense for so many people.
It truly is. It truly is, right. Typically when you're talking about a multivitamin, they offer tiny amounts of all the diverse nutrients. That's because they have to leave all that room for the additives and things they include. When you're looking at my multivitamin, you're getting the equivalent of a separate B complex, a separate B12, a separate vitamin D. And those are things that in a typical multivitamin, you just are not getting. So it's really treating all of these individual ingredients with respect and treating our own requirements with respect. And that's what makes this a great value. And despite how high potency it is, you won't find a review that says it upsets anyone's stomach. This is something that even if you have a very sensitive stomach to vitamins, and that was me. That's why I started making my own vitamins. But I could take a handful, literally a handful of my vitamins without any issues whatsoever. So as I always say, we don't design it for someone with a cast iron belly. We design it for the most sensitive stomachs out there. So anyone and everyone can tolerate taking this, even though it's high potency.
You know, Andrew,
what's exciting.
I got to tell you, I'm like you. I'm one of those people. It was a rock in my belly, unless there was like a 6-course breakfast deep inside of me. The vitamin didn't take, and I was kind of nauseous and uncomfortable with it. Okay, so we start here with Essential, and this is Andrew's special pricing opportunity, your starter kit, your great, first thing in the day offer. You can always read the reviews on Andrew's products on hsn.com. You can check out just love note after love note about, life-changing, better health and wellness through supplementation, and we are so honored and thrilled that Andrew's incredible products are here with us at HSN. Now, Andrew, I understand we're going to move from Essential1 onto the Max Essential. I thought we were going to Omega-3.
Yes.
Okay, Max Essential Omega-3. There we go. Right. So we're moving on to the Omega-3 fish oil, and this is a product that works in tandem